And so you are going to need cabbage, green onions, carrots, Dijon mustard, minced or powdered garlic, salt and pepper, apple cider vinegar and olive oil, and then your choice of honey. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna have to be able to shred it. So you've got to have shredded cabbage is what you're looking for. So we are going to slice our cabbage up and put it through a food processor. So it's shredded for us, but honestly, you could just slice it. So this is one that maybe your kids, if you feel comfortable with your kids helping you with a knife, they can help you slice it up and get it ready to be able to put through a food processor or just slice it the way that you want it. So let's just put a little through the food processor so that you can see just the kind of difference that you'd get. Food processor might not be quite big enough. So great, we've got our cabbage all, well, we just had enough room for all our cabbage. So all our cabbage is shredded up. So we're gonna dump it into our bowl right here. So one cabbage head, we need about 8 cups of cabbage. So one cabbage head gave us about that 8 cups that we need. So we're gonna empty our food processor out. And if you want it a little rougher, you are more than able of just chopping it into a finer chop. So once you've done that, next we're going to do our carrots. So put our food processor back together. So you're gonna wanna make sure you take off the top head of your carrots and then feed them through. So if you have littler toddlers who are able to grab the carrots, they could be the ones putting them in the food processor while you're slicing this off. Because the food processor, you're just feeding it into the top of it where there's some room. So that would be okay. So that their fingers, see, my fingers can't even reach the blades down here. So that would be helpful. So let's turn our food processor on and start feeding our carrots in. So we got our carrots all shredded up. It looks like we're gonna need a little bit bigger of a bowl. So we'll dump our carrots, which we need 2 cups of carrots. So we'll measure them out to make sure we get the right amount of carrots. So there's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. There's a cup. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got a little more than a cup that we did. So we won't put it all in there. We only need 2 cups. So see how simple it is to bring basic math into your cooking too? You can have your kids help you count, things like that. So we got our carrots in our bowl there. We've got our cabbage here. The next thing you're gonna need is you need 4 green onions. So 4 green onions. This is the end you wanna chop off. And then I got a little waste basket over here just to make it easier, and I'll dump it into the trash can in a few minutes. But you just want to slice your green onions up. However thin, thick you want to be eating them, because remember, you're making it for you. So we'll add our 4 green onions into our carrot mixture here. We'll set the other ones aside. Then we'll dump our garlic, our salt, and our pepper into our bowl. We will add our Dijon mustard, which we need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We will add in our vinegar and our oil. We will add in a teaspoon of honey. So you can find some local honey. That's going to be much better than what you find in the store. Just a little bit of local honey. Add it in. You can find an infused honey. Different things like that. So once we get it all, I'm going to go ahead and mix this together. Or start to mix it and spread it. Then we're going to add our cabbage in. It's okay if we make a little bit of a mess. So we'll add the rest of our cabbage in here. So, we got our cabbage mixture all together and ready. Now we're going to create our pockets. So, our pockets are going to be made of pita bread. I'm going to wipe off the surface real quick so we don't have cabbage getting on the bottoms of our plates. So, you're going to need pita pockets. There are different ones you can get. We're going to do one that's got a whole grain in it. And we're going to do one that is just white pita. So, there's our whole grain one. Here's our white one. We're going to do one of each just so you can see the difference. And then the one other ingredient that you can add if you want is you can add hummus. And hummus just gives it that extra little umph in there. So, let me get the knife to cut the pita in half. Now it's going to be easiest if you use a bread knife. And so your bread knives look like that. They've got the serrated edges. And then what's good about pita is it creates these little pockets for us. So you end up with little pockets. So before we add in our cabbage colorful package mixture, we're going to get our hummus out of the fridge. So we got two different kinds of hummus we're going to try on it today. We got one that is a beet hummus. And then our other one is just a red hummus. So both of these were made here. Hummuses that we made. So we'll put just about a teaspoon of hummus in that pocket. So there's our hummus in our pocket. And then we'll stuff it with some cabbage. Whoop! Made a little mess there. So you can just stuff it however full you want it to be of cabbage. We'll go ahead and make both our white bread ones. So we're going to add a little bit of the beet hummus. and stuff it with some cabbage. And then we'll make our whole grain one, so it's kind of whatever you want it to be. You also can just eat it as a salad. This is just a fun way to eat a salad without a fork. Stuff it. And there we've got it. We have our colorful cabbage pockets. So, thanks for joining me this week on Made at Home with Colorful Cabbage Pockets.